welcome back to my channel. It's Pri here, and let's get right into it. We are on part 2 of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. Now, the episode opens up with where they left off with part 1, which is basically talking about Candace's mouth. In my review for part 1, I talked about in great detail how I feel about Candace and her mouth, so I'm not going to rehash that. But what I forgot to mention was Gizelle's hypocrisy. Now, last season, Gizelle was, I had to bring a security guard for my protection. I don't condone violence because of my girls. But then this season, Gizelle said if Mia would have clocked Candace, basically she would have understood. So it's the hypocrisy for me. I did agree with Gizelle when she said that Candace's actions towards Mia were not justifiable. They just weren't, in my opinion. I feel like Candace takes things too far. That is just me. I understand she says that she never starts them, she finishes them. We're gonna talk about that later on. Anyway, in the end, Candace has no self-awareness. There's always something that any one of us could do better or differently in a situation. We all can take some self-inventory and see what areas we need to improve in. And Candace, she has this demeanor as if there's nothing differently that she can do. She did everything right. But in any situation, there's always something that we can do. And the fact that she doesn't see that, in my opinion, shows her lack of self-awareness. And anybody that doesn't have self-awareness, I can't rock with you like that. I can't fool with you like that. I like to talk about Candace talking about Mia, calling her handsome since she got big feet. It's not funny. Personally, just me as a woman, I don't like to go for other women's looks. I don't like hearing when other women talk about another woman's appearance. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. So her, saying she got big feet because she wears a size 12, so what? I mean, after I had my son, my foot grew. I was wearing 9s and 9.5s. Like, now I'm in 10s. And if the 10 is too tight, sometimes it's 10.5. Like, if the shoe comes in a 10.5. 11, most of the time 11 is too big. But you get the gist. Like, some women just have big feet. It doesn't make them no more or less of a woman. So I don't like that. I don't like when women come for other women's looks, because beauty fades. And there are other things that make women beautiful. Anyway, I will say Candace was fully prepared for this attack. She was prepared, she trained, she knew exactly what her answer was going to be, and I can't be mad at her for that. Mia on social media is for clout. Next, Karen versus Gizelle. Now, Karen is my fave. I love me some Karen. But this whole she wished death on my husband thing, girl, stop it. Nobody wished death on your husband. Anybody with a level head can see what Gizelle was trying to say. Basically, she was trying to say that, Ray will be dead and gone before her beauty fades. Gizelle is beautiful. If you can't say nothing else about Gizelle, she is beautiful. So that's all she was saying. And then Karen with this whole, I apologize to my children. Girl, you been extra. Whatever. Let me say this about Karen and Gizelle. Karen and Gizelle are two sides of the same coin. I think in real life, they are probably friends. I think that they are playing it up for the show. I think they are both playing characters for the show. They know their role and they played their role. That's really how I see it. I mean, I don't think they're enemies at all. The jabs that they throw at each other, I don't think they take it to heart at all. I think they are two sides of the same coin. I think they are playing characters for the show. That is my opinion. Ashley and Michael's sex life, don't want to hear about it. The wide body comment, kind of as I said earlier with Candace, coming after a woman's appearance is just unbecoming. If it were me, if I had just given birth, I would take offense to being called wide body. I feel like, first of all, childbirth is extremely traumatic. It is a literal miracle to be able to birth a child into this world. The lengths, like, I really feel like I could have died. Like, the way you have to stretch your body, the way you have to push yourself just to have a child, it's literally like you push yourself to the point where you are about to die, and literally that's when the baby comes. So for a woman to go through a traumatic but beautiful, miraculous experience such as childbirth, yeah, she may have picked up a couple pounds. I mean, she was pregnant. So for you to call her wide body basically 5 minutes after she had the baby, it's just like, how insensitive of a person can you be? And like she said, I think she's going to apologize to Ashley. Wait till she get pregnant. Wait till she get pregnant. She's going to want all the sympathy. She's going to want all of the understanding, even though she did not give it to Ashley. When I was pregnant, I was showing so much love. Pregnant moms, they get it. They just get it. And not saying that you have to be a woman who's had a child to get it. I'm just saying, pregnant moms, they get it because of the experience. But any type of woman with just compassion for another woman, like, they're going to take it easy on a woman that just gave birth or is pregnant, you know, just because of what the situation is. So the whole wide body comment, I personally would have definitely been offended by it. I just found that comment to be disgusting, and her equating body shaming, which is what it is, equating body shaming to colorism. Girl, what? No, those two are not equal. First of all races can have dry hair. So it's not the same thing. You're comparing apples and oranges. Now, I guess what she was trying to say was that, well, you know, you're saying I offended you, but I could have been just as offended when you said that my hair is dry. Which is a point that can be made. I think that from the episodes, I've seen pretty much every episode. When Candace has her leave out, it does look dry. It does look dry. It's not like you said my hair is shiny. It's not. It doesn't give shine. It does give dry. That's just what it is. So I'm actually not mad at that. I think equating colorism to the wide body comment is a reach. I think her screaming colorism amongst their friend group, I can see it. I don't think it applies to this situation. I do think that they do use words like Wendy is aggressive, or they use harsher language when they are talking about Candace and Wendy versus Giselle and Ashley. That's my opinion. But I think applying colorism to that particular situation, it was a reach. This is my issue with Candace. Candace want to do all of that rah-rah, all of that talking tough, but then you want to cry because Karen and Ashley are still friends with Monique. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. If you a thug, you hard, you this, you that, you got all of this, then so what if they're friends? Like, I don't understand how you can be so sharp with the tongue, but then so sensitive to the point where you're crying because somebody's friends with somebody that you ain't friends with no more. But it is because her sharp tongue is a defense mechanism, because I think that she is the sweet little girl, younger girl that we saw in the first season. I don't think she is this sharp, mean girl. I don't. So that's why she can cry over them still being friends with Monique. But girl, you need to grow up. You need to grow up. I mean, you can't, everybody that I'm friends with, or I guess people that I'm not friends with, I can't expect my friends to not be friends with them. I just, like, that's their relationship. Especially over a fight that the reasoning is very murky. People have different opinions on whose fault it is. It's not very cut and dry. So because of that, that's why I don't, like, if it was clear cut an attack as how she presents it, as how Candace presents it as an attack, then okay, maybe they cannot be friends. But you crying because they're friends with Monique, girl, no, you need to grow up. You need to grow up. Let's talk about Wendy's surgery. Let's talk about Wendy's surgery. Now, clearly, I see both sides. Wendy has changed from last season. She wasn't all of this boom Wendy. She wasn't given that last season. So I understand them saying that we've noticed a change. What's up with that? I also feel like that they are body shaming Wendy because of her surgeries, because she got the implants, because she got the BBL. That's her body. If she wants to flaunt it, I say go for it. If her new body has given her new confidence, I think that's great. I understand. I do understand. I think as I've been saying, like, last season, she had more substance. I think that her wording should have not been that, because that can be very triggering. I think that they played it up. I mean, I feel like they took it too far. And then to say that, well, it's a surgery, the reason why the rumors, the reason why she had the surgery, I don't think this. So let me ask y'all this. Drop down in the comments, tell me your answer. Does a woman's decision and how she dresses, how she presents herself to the world, is it a reflection of her husband or her man? If a woman gets surgery, if a woman shows more of her body, if she dresses in more revealing clothes, is that a reflection of her man? Does it have anything to do with her man? If what I choose to put on, if it's based, it can be based off of how I'm feeling. You know, if I'm feeling like wearing a short skirt, if I'm feeling like wearing whatever, that's really my decision, right? It doesn't really have nothing to do with who I'm with, my husband, right? That's really what I want to know. So because I feel like Wendy, she had her daughter, you know, she breastfed and she wanted to change her body. Okay. How does her decision to do that, how is that because of the rumors of her husband cheating? If her husband is cheating, that should be separate. That should be a separate issue from her getting surgery. That's just me. I don't know. I just think that the connection, I don't know if I fully get the connection. Now, I know how society is, and generally speaking, what I wear does have a reflection on my husband But at the same time, I just feel like what I wear is what I want to wear. And so that's really my question for you guys. Do you feel like what you choose to put on your body or do with your body is a reflection of your man? That's my question for the people. I feel like they are body shaming Wendy, and I don't like it. I do not like when the women body shame women. Let her, like when Karen told her, if you're wearing that for Giselle, change your clothes. I don't think women should be policing how other women dress. I just don't. When it comes to the rumor, I agree with what Wendy said. I agree with everything Wendy said. If you don't believe it, why continuously bring it up? If you don't believe it. If I don't, first of all, me personally, if I hear something through the grapevine, whatever, first of all, I don't participate in gossip, so I don't hear stuff like that. But if I hear something through the grapevine, I don't repeat it. I just don't. So if it's like, oh, well, I said I don't believe it. Well, then why are you talking about it? Why are you breathing life into it if you don't believe it? And Giselle 100% owed Eddie an apology just for bringing it up, because that is still his reputation. I wonder, that might have been in part 3. That might have been in part 3. Giselle, her excuse, what was her excuse? Something like, I just wanted to check on her or something like that. I actually don't believe nothing that comes out of Giselle's mouth. That's how much I despise her. If you wanted to check on Wendy, why have the conversation with everyone else? If I'm checking on my friends, I talk to my friends. If I want to check on my friends, I talk to my friends. I will call them, I'll text them. I'll just say, hey, everything good? You okay? I noticed this about you. You're giving this, like, I talk to them. I don't talk to everybody else in our friend circle. I actually don't talk to nobody else in our friend circle. The conversation that I have with them, it is with them only. I don't repeat it after we talked about it. I don't talk to everybody else before I talk to them. That is just me. That is me. But I understand you gotta make a show, so whatever. That is my review of part 2 of the reunion. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think of this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.